My name is Mo Hasan. I'm the founder and CEO of Intupower, and I've been an executive trainer for over 2.5 decades. And right now what I've been focused on is bringing about artificial intelligence as a practical, professional, great solution to as many people as possible. Well, the really good news is no one's balancing anything, right? The reality is we're in such early stages that mature institution and institutional multilateral banks, very specific like the World Bank Group and the Inter-American Development Bank, if you look at the internal processes that have been in place, this is a moment in time for these organizations to re-examine all of their policies, right? How do they actually do the good work that they're out to do in the world? And so it's created a set of meetings and agendas that no one had ever suspected would happen so quickly. So we are still at the early stages of this conversation. So there's a lot of different components of this, right? Of where's the ethical line of employment and human capital and automation and things of that nature. The first thing to understand is that automation has always been a part of business, and improving operational efficiency, being able to improve human capital, save money, serve more, expand, grow. This has been the purpose of business since the early days of business itself. So AI is just an evolution of that, and I think the responsibility falls on business owners and the executives that are in charge to make good decisions, right? I'm not here to provide that type of guidance. What I would rather focus on is to understand that this is also a moment in time and in history for us to re-examine the projects that we're pursuing. Are you pursuing a project just because it makes money? Or is there an opportunity that now we can use AI to maximize our outputs, put in minimal amount of effort, the right amount of capital, put in better policies, better governance, and produce a result for the planet that actually serves human beings and the animal kingdom and the natural world, and not just make profit? Because at the end of the day, if you're just in business to make profit, I'm sad for you. How pedestrian and pathetic. That's all you do. The biggest misconception that exists right now in global trade is that you have to buy something off the shelf designed for a specific solution. They think that the time to development, the time to a customized solution that matches their organization's policies, right? Their lessons learned. Like if you've been in trade finance, doesn't matter if you're in banking or if you're in credit or you're in risk or insurance, you have institutional knowledge. Why not transfer that institutional knowledge into a customized competitive advantage for you that's not what everyone else has? Because people think that you have to, it's like Microsoft Word, right? You don't want to build Word from scratch because that's a pain, or at least it used to be. But this is not like this anymore. Now you can actually build a solution that allows you to unlock your genius, take advantage of your data set, and then have a competitive advantage unlike anyone else in the world. So that would be the biggest misconception, is customization. My biggest takeaway is when I think about like the types of meetings I was in with banking executives just like a year ago, 18 months ago in the Inter-American Development Bank and other different banks around the world, the conversation was very much, we have no idea what we're going to do with AI, we're scared to do AI, we're worried about data and security and privacy and so many other things that are understandable. But what I've noticed here, the biggest takeaway is that the conversation has matured. It's become a mainstream topic to look at how does artificial intelligence and generative AI serve a role in today's banking world. How can the trade finance industry not just have a minor improvement in operations, right? And just to go back for a second, operations efficiency and automation isn't new. We've had SharePoint, we've had many automation tools available. It's just been very difficult to integrate. Now it's much easier and faster to integrate, but many executives are missing out that it's much easier than they think. And so I'm excited that everyone's excited about AI. I think this is a great time to be in the trade finance space and look at what's the future of AI in this industry. This book is called The Last Human Generation, and it's Surviving the AI Revolution. And why I wrote this book is because as I've been traveling around the world and training executives and managers and world leaders about what artificial intelligence is, what I've discovered is a few things. First, most people have no idea what it is. They have the misconceptions based on science fiction movies, things they've seen on TV, things they've heard on social media, rumor mongering, and so there's not a reality check for them on what AI is. Next is they don't really know where to get started with AI. Like they're missing a foundational place to say that, oh, this is how I even start communicating with the thing. And along the way, I created a methodology of how to work with large language models that basically allows you to think about it this way, I didn't invent the hammer, I'm simply showing you how to turn a regular hammer into Thor's hammer. Okay, like how to have like superpowers on this planet with AI. And I needed to put it in a way that's logical because I can't travel and spend 20 hours with you and 20 hours with you and so forth and so on. So instead I put it into a book that would be easy to consume and easy to read, and for those with a short attention span, I even put in some pictures. Not a lot, but there are some pictures in the book as well. And the book is going to be translated into just about every language on the planet. We're starting off with Spanish and Dominican Spanish and Portuguese, a Pueblo Spanish, or like more simplified Spanish, and a Karol G edition, because Karol G has become such a cultural phenomenon that I'm taking elements of her song lyrics and using them to explain AI concepts, because we have amazing tools available to do that. And so for anyone in the world that wants to get started with AI and actually like jump forward into the future, this is the book to do it. You can get one right on Amazon. You can buy one in paperback or hardcover. If you have an Amazon Kindle Unlimited account, you can read it on there for free. But soon it'll be available in more and more countries and more places. Why is it the last human generation? And really it comes down to that we are the last generation of humans that will actually operate by ourselves. What's coming up is so revolutionary, actually I should say what's already here is so revolutionary, that there will be no part of existence that isn't assisted by artificial intelligence. You know, some of us are old enough to remember days before the internet, days before modern technology. Like I remember as a child, I was the remote control for the TV, right? Those are the early wireless tech was kids, right? And then now we've evolved into things that where the children that are being born today, they're gonna grow up in an era where their education, their finances, their food, the economy, the air they breathe, there will be nothing left that isn't assisted by artificial intelligence. So this book is about acknowledging that we're the last generation, but of humans by ourselves, but there's a new generation to join, right? Where AI becomes our best friend. And for me, I'm not one of these people that believes that AI is going to destroy us. Right? There's no shortage of people that think perhaps we should abandon this planet, get on rocket ships and go to Mars. I think that's highly irresponsible. I think we should be great stewards of the planet that we were born in. And honestly, if we can't survive here, we sure as heck aren't going to do well elsewhere, right? That we have a responsibility here, and I see AI as the way to create a harmonious world together, to bring together ancient wisdom, values that we share about families and communities, and bring the natural world in harmony with human beings. And AI is the solution to all of that. So that's why the book is called The Last Human Generation.